alive, Daddy. Keep me alive.
It's between medium spice sometimes and hot.
When you see the red tip, that means they're very spicy.
We're not finger popping each other's assholes.
Daddy, chill.
Why not turn on Golden Bullet? Because Golden Bullet will be finished in a couple of days, and I want to show that this build will outlast it.
Oh God. So my uvula's on fire. What the hell is even that?
Hello,
Plum here, g'day champions, how's it going? And welcome back to another Division 2 build video. Today we're going to be checking out my Tinkerer ongoing directive rifle build. Because who doesn't love those spicy bullets?
A little hint of spiciness, like a little hint of soy sauce.
This one I played around with during the previous PTS and I really enjoyed it. Now that the Tinkerer mask is live in the game, this build is way more impressive than I remember. We're going to be able to get huge damage when we're solo and can provide those spicy bullets to our team, which in turn buffs our team's damage. Look, if you're fighting in a team, don't sleep on team synergy. Things like your healer builds, Coyote's mask, they're all going to raise your overall team DPS, which based off some feedback from my Striker Tinkerer build, a lot of players seem to be overlooking this. Regardless if you're in a team or solo, this is a really enjoyable build to use. But before we get into the build, welcome back to all you amazing subscribers. If you're new to the channel and you're enjoying the content, make sure that you smash that subscribe button. If everyone can take a second to engage with the video, a like, a share, a comment, it's all going to help with the magic and the wizardry of the YouTube algorithm. We're going to set another 200 like goal on this video. Reaching that goal would be absolutely amazing. If you did want to support myself and the channel just a little bit further, remember we do have channel memberships. You can check out all the perks by clicking the join button below. And remember, if you want to catch me live in action, jump on over, drop us a follow on Twitch. All the links for all my other socials are in the description below. Righto then champions, with all that stuff out of the way, let's check out this build. For this one, we are rocking 6 reds, no blues, no core skill tiers, but because we're using Technician, we do get 1 skill tier. This is a Tinkerer mask build, so obviously we're using the Tinkerer mask, we're using 4 pieces of ongoing directive and a Seska backpack. This build is basically the same as our legendary spicy bullet build. On that one, we run the blue screen and the Coyote's mask, so we've just swapped out our weapons and the mask. My weapon of choice on this one, I've gone with rifles, just because I really do enjoy them since they've become full automatic. For the specialization on this one today, we're going with Technician. This is going to give us a +1 skill tier, which will improve how our skills perform. We also deal 12% more damage to drones, skill proxies, and robotics, which includes the Wallies and the Warhounds. For this one, not only do you need to spec into your rifle damage because that is our primary weapon type, you also want to make sure that the linked laser pointer is unlocked and equipped on your gun. This is going to allow us to ADS and pulse those targets to proc flatline. Because this is a Tinkerer build, we are first going to start with our Tinkerer mask. Max weapon damage, crit chance, crit damage, and a max crit hit damage mod. The talent abridged. If your primary and secondary weapons are not exotics or named items and of the same type, the secondary weapons talent is applied to your primary weapon. You can't use talents that are associated with weapon swapping, and you can't double stack the same talent. For our weapons, like I said, I've gone with rifles on this one, and my rifle of choice is the SPICIER. I absolutely love this one. It handles like an absolute gem, has crazy RPM, and a really big mag size.
That's what she said.
Like I said before, there's no expertise on this gun, but all the attributes have been maxed out. My primary weapon talent, I'm going with Flatline. It amplifies your weapon damage by 15% to pulsed enemies. This is where you want to make sure that you have that linked laser pointer equipped, so you can just simply ADS and pulse your targets. Now the talent Pressure Point will also work on this, but it is also 15% amplified damage, so it's the same. I know a lot of people are going to be saying what's the difference between Flatline and Pressure Point at this stage. They're both 15% amplified damage. However, Pressure Point and our secondary talent, which I'll get to in a second, will both be active, but only once the target's bleeding. Flatline's going to proc the second that we ADS and pulse them on that initial bullet's damage. So it's increased damage from the start. Obviously, we've got to use Technician to unlock that linked laser pointer so we can just ADS and pulse the target. It's just the way I've gone with this build. You can pick and choose which way you want to go. For our secondary weapon talent, I've gone with Sadist. It's going to amplify our weapon damage against bleeding targets by 30%. Sadist is then going to proc once they're bleeding to give us a huge 45% amplified damage from our weapon talents alone. So for the gear set ongoing directive, the 2-piece bonus is 15% status effect, 3-piece is 30% reload speed, and the 4-piece bonus is rules of engagement. Shooting the status affected enemy will apply a mark, killing a marked enemy will give you a full clip of hollow point ammo for you in your active weapon, and half a clip to agent's active weapon for the rest of the party. This hollow point ammo amplifies your weapon damage by 20% and applies a bleed on hit. For this one, we have max weapon damage, crit damage, and a crit hit chance mod. Now because we're running the chest piece, it gets a talent of its own, and it increases the hollow point ammo's weapon damage amplification to 50%. However, this 50% increase only applies to us. So now with ongoing directives hollow points and our 2 weapon talents active, we get a massive 95% amplified damage. For the holster, it's ongoing directive as well, and it's max weapon damage and max crit hit chance. The knee pads are ongoing directive as well, and it's max weapon damage and max crit hit damage. And the gloves are going to be our 4th piece of ongoing directive, max weapon damage and max crit hit damage. And the final item on the build is our backpack, and we're running 1 piece of Seska for that 8% crit hit chance. We've got max weapon damage, crit chance, crit damage, and a crit hit damage mod. The talent that I've gone for here is Vigilance, increases our total weapon damage by 25%, taking any damage, disables this buff for 4 seconds. Because we're going to be getting spicy bullets all the time, you could swap Vigilance out for Wicked, it's complete player preference. So that's the guns and the gear. Now when it comes to the skills, I've opted to use a shield, and I've got the Riot Foam. The Riot Foam is 1, great crowd control, but 2, it's also going to be able to apply that status effect if we need to get more spicy bullets further through the missions. Righto champions, fine print time, let's check out our stats, and we are at 42% crit hit chance. In PVE, I'm kind of comfortable with that. We've also got 166% crit hit damage, which is a lot more than I thought I would have. Unfortunately, we don't have any damage to armor on this build, but we do have that 10% detox on our gun. A quick little look at the offensive stats, we have 100% all weapon damage and 30% rifle damage. Remember, 0 expertise on this build. If you are going to expertise this build, these values will increase and you're going to do more damage. The reason I don't expertise my PC account is I want to make it clear, you don't need expertise to get through endgame content.
Fact.
Remember, on top of all of this, we get 25% damage from Vigilance, and we can get a whopping 95% amplified damage from our weapon talents and having the ongoing directive chest piece. And rounding it off, so you all know, we are very, very squishy. We're 6 reds, no blues, and unfortunately because we're using Technician, there is no armor on kill on this, so if you are in a team and you've got a healer, fantastic. Save me daddy. So that's the build champions, my Tinkerer ongoing directive rifle build. With that 95% amplified damage, it's going to be slapping, whether you're solo or in a team. But I mean, when does ongoing directive not slap? In my opinion, the best thing about this build is it's super easy to farm for, it requires 0 expertise, but most importantly, it's a lot of bloody fun. So what do you reckon? Are you going to be a champion and have a crack at this build? What modifications would you make? Let me know down below. Thanks to everyone for tuning in, and make sure that you show your support by smashing the like button on this video, and if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so. Everyone's support is always greatly appreciated. Remember to stay frosty, keep looting, keep shooting, and giving them hell. I hope to catch you all in the next one. I'm Plum out.